a headline in the New York Times this morning, Mnuchin to end some Fed aid programs, limiting Biden's options. Does it limit Biden's options?
Well, again, the options are the options. We have capacity, whether it's myself or somebody else. These can be reactivated with exchange stabilization funds. And, I just remind you, there were a lot of people, on the Democratic side who questioned giving me $500 billion that I could, quote, do with whatever I want. So I find it kind of ironic now that I'm being prudent and returning the money to Congress like I'm supposed to, that people are questioning that. But again, we want Congress to reappropriate this money, and we got plenty of capacity left if we need to use it. And this has been a great success story. Look at where the markets were in March. Look at where they are now. Companies like Boeing that we thought were going to be able to have to borrow from the government went and borrowed tens of billions of dollars in the public markets.
Secretary Mnuchin, it's David Faber. You're making cogent arguments I think many people would agree with, but we live in a very weird world right now where there are quite a few who see anything that is done in your administration as an attempt potentially to make life as difficult as possible for President Trump's successor, of course, while the president continues to fight the outcome of the election. What do you say to those people? What is the upside here? Is it the return of the money that you keep talking about and the reappropriation of it?
Look, I think this has been a great success story. And what I want people to focus on is, Chair Powell and I and the Fed and the Treasury, these have worked. And the best part of them working was the mere announcement that we had $500 billion, that we could go do $5 trillion if we needed to. That opened the markets. So the mere announcement, that was the bottom of the market. And as the Fed has always said, these are emergency tools. When the emergency's over, let's put them away.
Right.
Well, the medical emergency may not be over, but I think we'd agree the financial conditions markets the financial conditions are in great shape. Corporate bonds have come in, municipals have come in, mortgages have come in, the stock market has rebounded. And, I'm hopeful because we have been a very good steward of this money and these tools that down the road, whether it's 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, that there's needs to use these tools, that Congress will have the same confidence in future Treasury secretaries and Fed chairs as they've had in us.
Yeah.
And again, I would just highlight, the law is very clear. The intent was this part of it expires in December. Let's go use this money for things in parts of the economy that need it. We don't need this money to buy corporate bonds. We need this money to go help small businesses that are still closed or hurt, no fault of their own, or people who are going to be on unemployment and unemployment is running out.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.